Welcome back to Joe's Computer Museum. Here I am in glorious 4K with a museum update. Let's check it out! Alright, so the first big change here is more racks. I got rid of my desk here that I've had for 25 years. I just chucked it out the door and I put in 2 new racks. So I've got more space for generic crud and more space for more computers. Which, you know, if you look over here, these racks, full, just full of stuff. There is stuff on every single one of these racks. Yep. So you can tell that I need more space. What else has changed? So on my, I have 2 servers, 2 hypervisors that run a couple of internal file servers and things. One runs the servers, and the other is basically just a replication backup. And I have those sitting on top of a cheap $8 IKEA lac rack, or lac table, which you make into a lac rack. And then I've got my network switch screwed into that rack, because if you didn't know, the inside dimensions of a lac table are identical to that of a standard network rack. And proof of that is, look at this. See that network rack shelf I've got in there? It fits right in there perfectly, so you can use these as a network rack, and that's what I've done here to get things out of my way. Right here is some extra space. Another one of those shelf units that I've put together as an extra side bench, so I've got space to the left of me while I'm working on the bench to set stuff, take stuff apart. I can also use this as a generic computer repair bench if I'm working on friends' PCs or stuff for the family, or doing work with my servers where I got to take them apart and this, that, and the other. That right there is my bench arm that I use. This camera I'm holding right now, I use that for recording on the bench. I had that before, but it's sitting on this now, and it's on this isolated table so that when I'm working on this bench, and if I have to move the bench, that arm there won't move, so it keeps the shot nice and clean. I moved my workstation over to the right here, my dual screen workstation. I had a secondary computer there, but now my primary PC is sitting right there. And because I have more racks, I've made more space up there for computers, and I've made more space down below to put one of my Apple IIs there, so I could move the Apple II GS over to the side there, which then made then I rearranged stuff here and moved all the Macs to the center there. Just lots more space, a lot more efficient use of stuff for the museum. So yeah, let me know what you think. Got thoughts or ideas of better ways I could rearrange stuff? Let me know. Other things I've changed. Yeah, here we go. So this is my my tripod that I use for recording, you know, face shots when I'm sitting in front of the bench. And it's this old thing from the 1960s, and it works really well. But if you look, you can see the base of it is huge. It's got the huge standard tripod base. So I have a couple of mic stands coming that have just like a 10-inch base on them, so it's going to save me a lot of space. And I'll use that one sitting on the floor there. You can see my mark spots right there. Right there, and there's another one back here somewhere where I set my tripod, but now I can just set it right in the middle of that space, and I don't have to worry about tripping over the thing, because when it's sitting there, it just takes up tons of space, and you got to trip around it, and it's stupid. And then, you know, this guy as well, even though he doesn't use too much space, I'm probably going to replace that with one of those tripods as well. Just because I think it'll work. I got a boom arm and all that other stuff. I think it's going to work better to mount this up a little bit more professional, more stable, less wobbly, and, you know, I won't have to have this flower pot as a countersink to make that work. You know, whatever. So yeah, again, that's really all that's going on. And you can see here on my bench, I'm getting ready to working on my the demo of the applesauce. So if you're looking forward to that, keep tuned, and you'll be seeing that soon. So where have I been? You probably noticed that I don't really post a lot of videos, and as of the past, I don't know, 6 months or so, they've been really few and far between. And I'll tell you why. The main reason is I don't have a lot of time to play around with things. Especially the last few weeks have been crazy at work. I've been pulling, 12 plus hour days, dealing with just lots of different things there. So that, it just doesn't leave me with a lot of time to work on this stuff that I love and make these videos for you guys. As much as I like playing with these computers and sharing with you, YouTube is not my job. I have another job as a sales guy for an IT company. I also do double duty as a technician and engineer when things get really hairy and we need an extra set of hands. And that's just the way it is. Sometimes I come home and I'm super tired and I'm just like, I just want to veg out so I can go back to work tomorrow and repeat it again. And the weekends, usually a lot of time spent cleaning the house, mowing the grass, getting groceries and other random life stuff. So that's just how that is. That said, though, I do have a lot of things in the works to show you. So let's go over some of those. The first one is JCM1. I have a keyboard design that I'm working on. It's not going to be the final keyboard design, but it's a matrix keyboard with a matrix scanner. Basically to show you guys how it was used to be done in the old computers in the 8-bit era. So I'm working on that in the background. I also have Reactive Micro's Apple II 3.5-inch floppy card, also known as the SuperDrive card. I have that on my bench for review. I'm waiting to get in a 3.5-inch SuperDrive, though, that reads the 1.44 meg discs, because I don't have one of those to attach it and test all the different possible drives I could test with it. So, I have the Applesauce floppy disk controller. You might see it behind me, and you probably saw it in the museum tour. That's probably going to be the next video. Got that assembled, and we're going to show you how that awesome thing works. What else? I have the Retro Assembler 2.0 by Peter Tihany. I think that's how his name is pronounced. Frigging awesome 6502 assembler that I've been using for JCM1. He has a brand new version with customized code formatting outputs, and it integrates with Microsoft's Visual Code thing, whatever that is, I don't know. I'm going to download that and play with that and show that to you. And finally, I added a Tandy Coco 3 to my collection recently, and I want to show that off. The Coco 2 was a pretty cool set of videos, so we're going to do something for the Coco 3 as well. Well, that's all for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you saw anything in the background of my museum you'd like to see, leave in the comments below. Just, give me your feedback, let me know what you want, and we'll do it. And remember, 8 bits are all you need. Thanks for watching. If you want to help out my endeavors, head on over to Patreon, pick a tier, and get cool stuff, like early access, behind-the-scenes videos, your name in the credits, and gadgets. Link in the description.